Philecia, you came today to Berlin, to the CEED, Conseil Européen des Enfants du Divorce, with other American citizens, because all of you have a common problem, the German Jugendamt. Can you explain us what happened to you? I think you was born in the States, right?
Yes, I was born in the States.
What is your name?
My name is Philecia Jackson. My father's a pastor in America, and I met my husband
in the United States.
In the United States, and
this husband is an American, right?
No, my husband is German and British.
And British. So you met him in the States.
Yes.
He was on business trip.
He is working for Miele. He's an electrical engineer.
Okay. And so you fall in love.
I fell in love. He was wonderful when I first met him. Swept me off my feet. Shortly after, we had 2 children. And he became abusive.
Yeah.
The relationship didn't work out. We moved so many different times.
Within the United States, right?
Within the United States.
What is the name of your children and how old are they today?
The 2 children are India, she's 6, and Cameron, he's 3, he's going to be 4 soon.
Okay. So, and you told me that your husband became violent, right?
He was abusive.
Abusive. And
first,
what? Yeah.
It began with this mental abuse. He began
the domination thing.
Dominating, putting me down, telling me that I was worthless. So I wanted to do everything that I could to make him happy. Normally I have really strong self-esteem and a strong personality, but it tore me down. And I would give anything to make sure that I could keep my family stick together. Well, when I was growing up, it was very difficult for me because my father wasn't there. I wanted to make sure that my children had the opportunity to have a family with their mother and their father together. And I would give anything to see that happen. Even though we had problems, I wanted to work it out. So when there was problems, the first time I just kind of ignored it. I began lying to my family. I began telling my family that he was wonderful, that he was working. I didn't want anybody to know that he wasn't working and that I was taken care of. Well, everybody thought that I had such a strong personality. I would never allow anybody to treat me this way. It was a secret that I held, and a secret I kept from my children as well. I would buy gifts. I would buy cards and give it to my kids and tell them that it was from their daddy, because I wanted them to think good about their daddy. Because when I was growing up, in the beginning, I didn't have my father there, but I always loved him, and I wanted them to feel that same love too. While my brother, my oldest brother, my father wasn't there for us in the beginning, and when I grew up, I still loved him. But my brother, he has a different reaction, you know. I wanted my kids to feel that. We moved to Arizona after there was problems. We were trying to work out our family. His grandmother came to visit, and it was a big blowout.
Why?
He didn't want me to visit my family and talk to my family, but I continued to sneak and do it behind his back.
This is from the German side, is his mother?
His German grandmother and his German auntie.
But do you have any explanation for that kind of behavior? Maybe because you are a black woman? Could it be?
He's Jamaican and German.
Oh, he's Jamaican and German, right?
Yes.
So, and, okay, and what?
But he was raised with his German side. He never grew up, he never knew his German side. He was born and raised in Gütersloh.
In Gütersloh, in Germany?
Yes.
Oh, awful place.
And he was raised only by his mother's side of the family, that's the German side.
So maybe the Jugendamt intervened already in his own case as he was a child.
A very long history, perhaps.
A very long history. Right, but let us turn back to the United States. Someday your story, your private story, became a case in front of any court. Could you explain what happened there?
You broke up, yeah?
Yeah, we, from here in Germany.
No, in the States, because I think
in the United States, what happened is it was we broke up. I called the police after this violent incident. I called the police and filed a police report. They gave me custody of my kids, and there was a warrant issued out for him to show up to court, and they gave me an order of protection for my children and myself, and he was to stay away from the children's school and stay away from me. And a day or two after the incident happened, his grandmother, himself, and his aunt, they ran to Germany.
They went to Germany.
They ran to Germany. They were protected.
So you had sole custody, order protection, and they abandoned the children.
Yes.
I see.
But I think that he has to leave the United States, right? Your husband? He was forced to do that.
He wasn't forced to. He ran because he didn't want the police to come there because he was already in legal trouble.
Okay. And this happened last year, 2009, in the summer, right?
No, this incident in Arizona happened 2008.
So, but last year, in summer 2009, you decided to come over to Germany. Can you explain why?
I was still hell-bent on keeping my family together. And like I said, I was willing to do anything to see my family together. He was, though me and him didn't have a good relationship, I didn't want to keep him from his children. But I definitely didn't want to, I didn't mean to tear the relationship between my children and myself by coming out here. I never knew I could never foresee what was to come.
Was there an invitation?
He begged me for a year, but in this, he begged me for a year to come out here.
And would provide a residence permit, something substantial?
He came out here and he had a job. After years of supporting him,